pleasant good morning to one and all around the globe on the various viewing and listening platforms. You're logged on to another episode of Voices on WINNFM 98.9. My name is Socrates, and host of today's program. We want to pause at this point to give kudos to our sponsors. Without them, there'll be no Voices, and we'll be right back with you.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us. TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind. You're always safe with us.
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
And we're back after taking care of a bit of business. Want to say good morning to you one and all around the globe on the various viewing and listening platforms. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You're logged on to WINNFM 98.9 and another episode of Voices. My name is Socrates, host of today's program. Want to start by some shout outs to people like Chris Collins. I call him the ambassador for various reasons. We'll talk about that, as the day progresses. Rosemary Donald up there in New York. Dame Her Excellency, the Honorable Marcel Liebert, our current Governor General. Ava Lawrence, I passed a while ago on the way over. Brenda O'Neill, of course, friend of the Federation. Beulah and all the folks out there doing what they can to make this a better world. If you're not in the Federation and can't see, the atmospherics are very hazy and overcast. You could hardly make out Nevis from downtown Bastia, so that gives you an idea. There's like a kind of fog, hazy atmosphere out there. Of course, we are in the hurricane season. It's the 3rd day of July, the 7th day of the month. 7th month of the year. 3rd day of the month, 2023. And of course, we're in the hurricane seasons. We don't have any particular topic today, but we have a couple of takeaways from last week when we had discussions. One of the issues were the issue of the national flag being flown at half-mast in honor of the passing of our esteemed Governor General. The former Governor General died just about last week. And we thought it would be the most common thing for the flag to be flying half-mast. And I read over the weekend, we had that discussion, Jamster, on Friday it was. And I think yesterday I saw an article. I'm going to give it a little airing because I think it's important. And it reads, St. Kitts and Nevis Drew, should be Dr. Drew administration, yet to declare flag flown at half-mast, and other gestures of national mourning in honor of the passing of our immediate past Governor General Sir Tapley Seaton. The recent passing of the immediate past Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, Sir Tapley Seaton, has left a void in the hearts of the nation's citizens. However, despite the profound impact he had on the, and I lost that, let me go back to it. However, despite the profound impact he had on the country, the Drew administration has yet to declare that flags should be flown at half-mast or other gestures of national mourning as a tribute to his memory. This omission has raised questions and concerns among the population as paying homage to esteemed individuals who have contributed significantly to the nation is customary and expected. That's one of the takeouts from last week's discussion. Let's hope, as the discussion we had a while ago was hoping that it was an oversight, a big one, and that it be addressed as soon as possible. And then for my Rastafarian friend who's been asking me to bring a document that spoke to some regulations that was, and rights and privilege that was given to the Rastafarian, I kept forgetting to bring the document. He wanted to get some clarity on what their rights were or are, and I brought the document this morning. The other things that we can discuss, we're going to keep we're going to get the phone lines open as soon as possible because it's voices and there's no particular topic. So if you feel the calling and bring any issue you want to discuss, 662-0989, 466-0989 gets you in on the conversation. And let's go to this document I have in my hand, given to me by Russ Iyer a couple of weeks ago. And it's number, well, they don't have a number, but of 2023, Rastafari Rights Recognition Bill of 2023. St. Christopher and Nevis number dash, there's nothing there, of 2023. And it reads, a bill to provide for the process and registration of Rastafari groups, recognition of various rights related to the use of cannabis by registered Rastafari groups, licensing for the freedom of conscience, possession, yes, that's conscience, I had to double check, license for the freedom of conscience and possession and use of cannabis in certain public places and for other related matters. Be it enacted by the King's most excellent Majesty, by and with the advice and consent of the National Assembly of St. Christopher Nevis, and by the authority of the same as follows. Short title. This act may be cited as the Rastafari Rights Recognition Act of 2023. Interpretation. In this act, adult means a person at least 18 years of age. Cannabis, except in the expression of cannabis resin, means the any plant of the genus cannabis or any of such plant by whatever means, by whatever name designated, except that it does not include cannabis resin, or any of the following products after separation from the rest of the plant, namely, the mature stalk of any such plant. That's A. B. The fiber produced from mature stalk of any such plant. And C. The seed of any such plant. Legalese. Cannabis material means cannabis, A. B. Cannabis resin, and C. Any other material derived from cannabis. Cannabis resin means the separate resin, whether crude or purified, obtained from any plant of the genus cannabis or genus. Rastafari group means a tribe, community, order of the group of citizens or lawful residents of St. Christopher and Nevis who believe in the Rastafari movement and adhere to Rastafari principles and practices. Minister means responsible. Okay, we have a phone call already? Okay, let's go to the phone lines. Call, good morning, 11 Voices. We missed your call, so please try again. I'll continue reading. Minister means a minister responsible for the faith-based affairs. And we go back to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. You're live on Voices.
A pleasant good morning to you, the king.
Morning to you, Mr. Culture. How about thou?
Oh, Dow and Pigeon are great.
Beautiful. Another beautiful day in paradise.
Definitely extremely hot too.
Yes, it's muggy, overcast, foggy.
But thank God the weatherman said there's an 80% chance that we will get some rain.
That's good.
Yes, man. Thank God. Well, sorry, I got my rod up in the sky, up in the cloud to clear the cloud, let the rain come down.
You have your rod up in the sky to clear the...
the cloud, let the rain come down.
Okay.
Now, I want to say something here.
Please.
The year 1978 is when Mr. Robert Llewellyn Bradford, the first national hero, passed away. And he died, I think it was July or June, right there. No further up, no further down. Because I was working at the Basel Health Center when Canon Walker for Anglican Church.
I recall him.
When he was...
I remember him, Father Walker.
Right, I don't say father. You boy will say call no man father, I don't say Canon.
Okay.
Yeah, he was going around, he passed going around to Mr. Bratcher's house. And I said to my co-worker who passed now, Sonia Alexander, I said, look, something serious with Mr. Bratcher. Not knowing that that was the moment Mr. Bratcher passed. And then, before 6 o'clock in the afternoon, Mr. Paul Southwell, who take the seat of Mr. Bratcher, he went on national radio and he let the listening audience know that Mr. Bratcher has gone to the great beyond this morning at what and what and what time. And he ordered all government buildings to fly their flag at half-mast. Well, that was a precedent set for others who come behind Mr. Southwell. When these things happen, for them to follow. But you're going to tell me now that the governor, the late governor, Mr. Tapley Seaton,
Governor General.
has passed.
The Governor General.
Yeah, sorry about the word, yeah.
Nevis have a governor. We are the Governor General. Nevis have a governor.
Yes.
We, being the federal authority, we have a Governor
the federal
General.
head, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the general. You mean to tell me he passed one day in last week, and the Prime Minister should have gone on national radio and addressed the nation and let everybody know what has happened, and then give his command that all flags on government buildings supposed to be flown at half-mast. When he gonna do that? When Mr. Seaton go down in the grave? No, I'm going to show you something, and I'm going to be plain. And only God's supposed to tell me if I'm wrong. This government here, they put in politics in everything, and it ain't supposed to be like that. People supposed to have the right to support whatever political party they want. Other people only supposed to try and convince people why they think they should vote for that or vote for this. Not because Mr. Seaton was a PAM supporter in his life. That is his rights. And he's not a Labour supporter of this government. Put politics aside. It's the duty of who lead in the country to do what Mr. Mr. Southwell did to Mr. Bratcher. Leave out the politics, man. A lot of people talking about it, they're not hearing it, and it's a shame and disgrace for how they treat Mr. Seaton. And that is my opinion, and I will not rescind from saying what I have said. I don't care who criticizes me. Everyone has the right to follow their conscience. My conscience is my dictator, and I will live and support my conscience. If my conscience tell me just turn on a car and it's wrong, I ain't gonna follow that. I know definitely wrong from right. So the king.
Yes, sir.
I got something for you sometime.
Okay.
But me banjo string boss. So I would talk to you after the year about that.
Fair enough. Fair. And I want to thank you for that.
I put some lyrics together
Okay.
of what is happening around here.
Looking forward to hearing it. Looking forward to hearing it. I want to thank you for that contribution, being the first call of the day. It's a lot to take in, but at this point, we're going to pause for a few kind words for our sponsors and get back to the program.
Buster, roll it up, need the thirst quencher in my cup. If you have one, hold it up and say, Buster put the colors in my life. Refreshing and nice, and I drink that what we like. Buster, you're full of vibes, living for the color. I know black and white, we do what we like. We live to enjoy life. Buster, pour it up, different flavor. Load it up. If you have one, hold it up and say, Buster put the colors in my life.
Enjoy the convenience of getting all your documents in one place. At the TDC Copy and Print Center on 4th Street in Basse-Terre, we do just that. We offer document formatting, graphic design, and copy and print services. Our team of professionals truly understand all your needs, whether it be administrative, professional, academic, or personal. You bring it, we deliver it with quality every time. Visit the TDC Copy and Print Center today in the TDC Mall on 4th Street in Basse-Terre or call 465-2511. Your copy and print specialists are waiting to serve you.
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs, plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Once again, good morning and welcome to Voices. We go straight back to the phone lines. Call, welcome to the program. You're live on Voices.
Good morning, the king.
Good morning. How about thou?
I'm doing good.
Beautiful.
How are you?
I'm splendid.
The king, last week I read something on Island T2 Jamster and his crew pertaining to the 6th ether being. However, I would have liked to continue with the 9 ether beings on this planet that represent African, but I want to put that on pause and just to pay my respect to our late Governor General Sir Tapley Seaton. And with the first call, I would like to join by saying that I'm calling on our Prime Minister to do the right thing, the decent thing, because I find the delay it's going to make things get worse and make it would appear that thing would become nasty, and we don't want that. So, without any further ado, I think he should just make an announcement and say that the flag should be flown at half-mast and show the respect to a decent human being who has departed.
I concur.
Now, yeah, if I get back in after the lunch hour, I would try to bring that 9 ether being to the fore, the king. Now, why am I doing that? Because, you see, the king, we are in a world where it is us or them, and when we have to recognize that our history was hidden from us, And as all that has happened, all that took place under, or whether you would say slavery, colonialism, 400 years, the truth cannot be hidden forever. And I'm saying that the truth is available now, and all one has to do is to apply. It is at our fingertips. We just have to apply. Our truth is our identity, and everything that is playing at us today, the King,
Yes.
no one is going to educate us in order for us to aspire and put them under. So those who are in control, they have our history hidden from us, but it cannot be hidden forever. Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you for your contribution. You've not made one on my program for some time, so I'm happy to hear from you, knowing that you're hale, hearty, and all well. Now, I must mention that you send me material every day, so that's another thing. So thank you very much, Johnny, for that contribution. Now, there's a point of view being expressed by someone whose opinion is valued, and they're weighing in on the whole issue of whether the flag to show due respect to the late Governor General, should be flown at half-mast on that. And this person suggests that once the funeral date is announced, that's when the mourning period will be announced. And I guess that's when the flag will be flown at half-mast. I don't buy that. I understand that. I don't buy that. If that's the normal protocol, that's a different thing. Well, and I learned from the first caller that the Prime Minister didn't make an official announcement, a national day. So that's another thing. I mean, that deserves the due respect. I don't know. You don't wait until the date of the funeral is announced to say, okay, we are now in an official state of mourning. I think this would have deserved the respect of making a national address by the PM. What of the current Governor General? This is not going into the weeds of the politics. This is saying what's expected as a norm and what we think a decent government, a decent people should expect. So if it's to be announced when the funeral date is announced, and that's the official mourning period, that's when the flag is being flown at half-mast, I have an issue with that. But then, who am I? Okay? So there's that. 662-0989 gets you in on the conversation. 466, you can try that. 0989. And we were on the... Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Call, good morning, you're live on Voices.
Good morning, the King.
Good morning, sir. How about now?
There's enough to for discussion to be had. Also, you, apart from the how the flag should be flown in honor and respect to a fallen national of such esteem, that is a debate in itself. But also, from my observation, you did put out something else on the last program you had pertaining to Barbados adopting some of the program. One of the program that was initiated
The PEP
under
program.
the former administration, right?
Yes.
Recall that?
Yes, I did.
Yes, and I think it was timely this morning as I listened to the Island Morning Tea that persons of that the Ministry of Sustainable Development, I think, the PS and some other representative was in studio explaining as to giving the figures, the data, how many persons are enrolled in the program, how can they best, dispense it so that that poverty alleviation aspect of the program should be rightly dispersed amongst those who need it the most, and it's all good. But given the fact that even a member state of CARICOM, and we are celebrating CARICOM tomorrow, the King?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow is a holiday.
Yes.
So given that a member state, because the King, I always critical, they say dance a yard before you dance abroad.
Correct.
So I am always critiquing when we fall short here in St. Kitts and Nevis, because we have to assert ourselves like any other nation And I always critical about when they fall short. So when there's a good thing and there's going to be best practices extrapolated from our program here in St. Kitts and Nevis, like Grenada and St. Vincent, I think St. Lucia, maybe Antigua also.
They've done that?
Have also adopted our preschool program.
Okay.
You know, it's all good. You know the king?
Of course it is. If it's a good precedent and it shows benefits for our people in the region, there's no reason why other countries should adopt it.
One need not to don't want to have a conversation emanating around whether you should fly the flag half-mast or not, or whether Barbados has adopted it and it is the former administration. No, we are all in a circle, all-encompassing circle. An administration will come and administration will go. But we are all one, nevertheless. We say Ubuntu, you know? And so the king, you read out some passages from the document you was given from...
Yes, there are Rastafarian rights, yeah.
And so when I come back in, I will...
Wait on that?
Deal with not that per se, but other rights and privileges. There are nuances. There are some things, some nuisance law that is still on our books that we need to get rid of, and that has made a somewhat precedent for other things to be had, for us to have a discussion around. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for that contribution. As a matter of fact, I tried to get a gentleman here on Friday to discuss the removal of the buggery laws from... That person was not available. Hopefully before the week is out, we can get the person in. At the end of the other calls. Okay, here's what. We got about 5 minutes before the next news break. So the commercial break. So let me just go to this document. We have a call? Okay, let's take this call. Caller, you are live on Voices.
Greetings, King Son. Sorry to interrupt you. Going to
not a problem.
Not a problem. Okay. Concerning the passing of the former Governor General, once again, I want to extend condolences to families here and there. So what's the situation? The situation is what we are hearing, what your first caller, your second caller, and that's the situation as it is really?
That's
that
correct.
These things are not in accordance how we know it goes. That's what coming out.
Yes, that seems to be the issue.
So why this is happening?
I don't know.
You say,
Somebody said that normally is when the date of the funeral is announced. That's when they have the official period of mourning, and that's when the flag is then flown at half-mast. I don't buy that, but it's a point of view.
So you're saying that is not so? That is just a point of view?
If that is the set protocol.
That is not what usually happens.
No, at least the PM should have come out and make a public announcement and then walk us through it.
Yeah.
There will be official state of mourning as of this date, etc.
That haven't happened up to the time.
No.
Wow. So why? Why this ain't happen?
That's why we're discussing it. We're questioning as to why, hoping somebody can call in and clarify for us. This is the official protocol. This is why it didn't happen. We're not hearing that.
Okay, I'd like to add my why. So, and we have it sounds concerning the same, Give thanks.
Okay, thank you. Other points, if there are no callers, there we go for a commercial break.
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right now. You need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices, Rams is always here. We want your loyalty, Rams is always here. We are community, we are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me.
If you need insurance, our service is the best. Home motor insurance can give you more for less. Property insurance can save you a lot of stress. At TDC Insurance Company Limited, we care about your investment. Guarantee you peace of mind. The best team in the business. Guarantee you peace of mind. No other company will guarantee you peace of mind. Together we'll succeed and guarantee you peace of mind. TDC Insurance Company Limited, where you get more coverage for less.
And we're back to our viewers and listeners. Welcome back to this section of Voices. We're discussing the issue of the national flag being flown at half-mast in honor and respect of the passing of our recent Governor General. And seem to be have two school of thoughts that until an official period of mourning is announced, the flag will remain as it is. But that's a different story. I was, by the way, let me say good morning once again to Rosemary Donald. She just logged on. And I'm happy to state that the shipment that you would have sent is due to arrive within the Federation tomorrow. Albeit that will be a national holiday. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of CARICOM. So tomorrow, in many of the islands in the region, we'll be celebrating CARICOM Day, 4th of July. You in the U.S., Americans, etc., will be celebrating the 4th of July as your Independence Day. So we have one to celebrate also. There are those who figure that the days should not have coincided. But when legislations are enacted, that's the official day that you have your anniversary. So if they clash, they clash. You celebrate your 4th of July Independence Day, we'll be celebrating, those of us who will, our CARICOM Day. We must also respect our efforts at uniting the region. But the shipment of medical supplies and other stuff will be here. We're due to arrive tomorrow on the 4th of July. Chris Collins, I know you're happy with that. You've been following the development, and so that's beautiful. All right? So I was reading from a document that is entitled Rastafari Rights Recognition Bill 2023. I got to the point where it was identifying who the minister is. It says minister means the minister responsible for faith-based affairs. We now come to place of assembly, which means place of gathering for Rastafari group for purpose of practicing the tenets of Rastafari. And we go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Yes, man. Good day, man. How you doing, man?
I'm okay. Good hearing from you again. What's up?
Yeah, well, I'm going straight to the issue that, Sir Tapley Seaton ain't getting his due respect. I don't know. There can't be any explanation for this at all. But to see that such a person who has done so much for the Federation can't get his due respect, it's very disappointing. You must not buy, I know you're not buying the fact that they're trying to wait until the funeral date is announced. That is total BS. And these guys just got to be called out, man. All right, but I hope that they get their act together, man. Whatever reason it is, they're still going to fall short, whatever reason it is. We respect our elders, and especially when they go to the great beyond. That flag should already been put down at half-staff. And also, somebody queried into the fact that if up in England, they would drop the flag there too. So one of our ministers should call in and whoever have that
Clarify.
information, they should call him. Yeah, they should call him and clarify as well. They heard the show, I think that was Friday.
Yes, it was Friday.
Yeah, when that question was thrown out. By now, somebody should have let them come forward and put that information out to
Help
us.
to educate the population. Because we're asking questions.
Exactly.
Help to educate us.
Exactly. Because just as well as they're representing the monarchy, in times like this, they need to get their due as well from that side of the pond. Like they say, on that side of the pond, they need to respect that man as well. Not just locally, but over there as well. Because they're representing the monarchy. Well, he has done a lot for the Federation, and I hope that somebody can come forward, man, shortly and say something to the nation. But that's my little contribution for the day, man. Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. And on that note, I think that from the diplomatic circles, the what escaped me? Is it calling line? Okay. The person responsible at the other end will send diplomatic pouches something to the current Governor General, offering their condolences, stuff like that, because that happens. We not necessarily know what it is, but of course, you go back to the phone lines, caller, you're live on Voices. Good day, caller, you're live on Voices.
Oh, real quickly, man, talking about clarifying, I was still hoping that your guy Culture can call in and clarify, man, because I hope he didn't get that butt whooping in vain back then when he told that story. if you can get
He's
to him
listening,
and
he's
ask him to
listening.
clarify.
He's listening.
All right, Culture, man. Good day to you too, man. All right, yeah, thanks, man. All right, have a good day.
Beautiful. So this whole debate about the flag flying half-mast came out of my curiosity. It wasn't a campaign to accuse anyone of anything. I noted there was absence of it. Check my phone. Da, 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 da. And so out of the campaign, this debate evolved. Okay, the person who seems to be in the know, who said that once the funeral date is announced, that's when the mourning period will be announced. I guess that's when they will lower the flag to have mass. And this person is saying that is what happened in the case of Vance Amory as well. Okay? Still goes to my point. The relevant authority could have come and made a public announcement where TAPLI is passed, and this will be the procedure, the process. At a certain time, the flag will be lowered to half-mast, etc. We go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Yes, greetings.
With respect.
Hello, man. Blessed to the world. I hear you listening, right? And I have to get a little tap up quick to try and call.
Respect
because
that.
As culture,
Respect that.
Yes, as culture start the topic with flying the flag half-mast and so, right? And she blaming the government and what's that and what's not. I trying to get black people on a right path, You know what I find they're doing to the youngsters them in government? They're trying to stain their character, you know? And even if they're so right with not flying it half-mast, even though the Prime Minister delayed or whatever the cause, as grown people, we need, again, for the party thing. Watch here, these people that in government are, please stop to drag them in the mud. Let the people them strive to great success. It's black people we are. I am not calling them no politicians. They are human beings and they're trying their very best. And I know to a natural fact they are trying their very best. But I come on. Give the people them a break. Let them rise to, let them elevate to a height as black people to recommend and recognize that other people. Right now, when you win the other day, when you came Prime Minister there, they didn't call and congratulate you. None of them, nobody at all. All they want to do is call and criticize the youngster. I get instinct of black people behavior. We too envious as a race of people, crabbing barrel problem we have. Come on. If the place dirty, they blame the people then. You know what I mean? We got to stand up as more, get more backbone, more spine and respect what's going on. I agree that if this flag ain't flown, whatever, right? But how come when you win, nobody call and big up Junaido? And talking about politics. But we just envious and bad mind as a race of people, and we getting nowhere. Every day something get sick of hearing these people. Respect. Give that.
Thank you for your call, and your contribution is very important to hear from the broad section of the citizenry. From where I sit, and I can speak for me and the folks who help us to get this program up there, this is nothing political. The callers call to express their point of view, as you have the right to, and you did. If you get the impression that we, because you said we and them, are trying to embarrass the government or the young people, that is not my intention. We raised question based on what we think would be protocol, and people weighing on their various point of view. I don't know of any concerted campaign to criticize the young people or the young doctor. That's not what I'm ever about. And I do believe that tons of persons around the globe did call and congratulate Prime Minister Drew on his ascension to the office. So, but that's your perception, you're entitled to it. But that's not by design. It's not my design. I don't think that this platform supports that campaign to critique or pull down the young Prime Minister. I have nothing to do with that, okay? So I hope that brings some level of, address your angst about that. Optics. And the call line? We go back to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. You're live on Voices.
Thank you very much, the King.
Okay, much appreciated.
You're a good moderator.
Yeah, we got to bring balance. We're not about the... Go ahead.
Yeah, you explain everything that everyone who listening can understand. You're not explaining on no bias side.
Nope.
And when it comes to protocol, black or white has nothing to do with that. What's supposed to follow the protocol is you correcting what the protocol stands for.
But here's what.
Yeah.
Somebody sent information saying that is the same thing that happened with Vance Amory. They waited until the funeral date was announced, and that was the official period of mourning, whereas the flag was in low to half mast. You said, upon the announcement of Mr. Bratcher's passing, immediately the flag was low to half mast.
Exactly.
So is it an official protocol, or is the way we feel to do things? So once you set a precedent, that's what's expected.
Well, it got to be the protocol. I'm going to show you something again. When two nations are fighting to own a piece of land, and whosoever nation conquers the war, the first thing they do, they raise a flag of their nation.
Immediately.
High. Exactly. And also, I'm going to talk about something that is negative, but it shouldn't be, but people do that. When someone overthrow a government, the first thing they do, they go on the national radio and they make an announcement to the nation that they are in control now, even though it was done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They don't wait until they set in and everybody get their appointment. They go right away and they notify the nation. So if the nation like it, well, they don't care. They let
whether they like it or lump it. You're establishing the new authority.
Right then, that's right. Anyway, my partner Jones up in the States, I didn't hear what he tell you. Something about getting licks or something like that.
Oh, he said that when you said that true to certain punishment, you didn't go back to school for X amount of time. But he want, if you don't go back to school, how come you get licks? Because you claim you got licks, but you left school for a whole month or two.
Well, let's see what happened. When the teacher had given us 20 spellings, and she said, anybody who get less than 18 go up to the head teacher. Well, I was just barely 18 because I get 18.
Mm-hmm.
And the head teacher, she used to like to bang. That one time she banged a teacher with a letter to, you know. From the village. Me saying we know about that. But anyway, she decided, well, if you ain't get all, she gonna bang who ain't get all. And I decided I ain't taking the licks.
Mm.
And I was the last person to go up in front of her with the letter. And when she gave me the first one, I decided, no, I don't read anything. I go through the door, full speed, and every day. I leave from home to go to school, and I ain't reach for a month.
For a whole month.
Yes, and I go home for lunch. But you know how my mother find out that I never going to school? One day she asked me, how you doing in school? I said, Mama, I doing good, man. I doing good. I bright. She said, bring your book, let me see. I said, they're in school. I leave them in school. And she get up and she went to her and she bring my book. Because we are hide my briefcase with my book in a cane field. And the ladies who were reading the cane field.
They from them?
Yes.
I see.
And they carry them to the manager, and the manager say, oh, that's a lady down Buckley's son. So, so there is where she put on a kind of whip on me, coconut broom, house broom, bicycle tire. And then I had to go back to school, but I was so done that I used to learn quick.
You were able to qualify, to explain to your friend exactly how the thing played out. So,
right.
Good.
Anyway, I give somebody the chance to come in and you.
Okay, we're going to pause now for another station break and we'll be right back. So appreciate that.
TDC for service, TDC for quality. TDC your company, TDC for service, TDC for quality. TDC your company. Together we succeed, building a strong community, pressing onward to one destiny, one love, one family. Together we succeed, let the whole world see. Yes, this is 50.
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs, plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Buster! We run things are on we. Buster! Buster! Living color, do it differently. Buster! Buster! Large and in charge, like for the party. Buster! Buster! We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
7 flavors, best taste. Buster! Bolder, better, better. Pick your color.
We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
Buster! Live in full color.
Buster!
You're listening to Voices on WINNFM 98.9, and here's what we're going to do. On the issue of the flag flying at half-mast in respect for the Governor General, we were told by someone who's supposed to be in the know that until the official period of mourning is announced, the flag will fly as it is now. But when they announce that official period of mourning, when they announce the date of the interment, that's when the flag will be flown at half-mast. So if that is the case, I have no problem with that. We'll go forward, because they also stated that this is what was done in the case of the Honorable Vance Amis passing. There was an official period of mourning that was announced, and that's when the flag was then observed flying at half-mast. So we leave it at that. We will leave it at that. We will leave it at that. Okay? Now, if there are no other calls, I'll continue to read from the... Do you have a call? And we go back to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. You're live on Voices.
Greetings forward to Kingston.
With respect.
Okay, so that's the conclusion concerning the thing. But then, but his information, for just float so that there is no speculation and there is no way. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Do we have that experience before with a farmer, Gigi passing, and we had that before ever in the Federation?
Not that I know of.
Okay. That means we didn't go through that already. All right. Well, let me go forward to the original meditation. We want to big up all who and blessings to all who born in this month of June, yeah. They call it July, but me less than just a June.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're celebrating Earth Day today. We want to say blessed Earth Day. And okay, you see the what I said, it's the signing of the treaty in Shagarama. How do they call it? It was done on the 4th of July.
Yes.
And the CARICOM thing. We really don't appreciate that date, what them choose. I mean, we can't.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, when we raise our own original citation as African people taken away and scattered and dispersed even to this day. I mean, when we putting together such such body,
we must
like
avoid certain dates. We should try to avoid certain dates.
We can't come up with one date. We can't. I mean, we can look on the birth of a leader of African place where we were taken from and say, okay, yes, we were taken from the western side of the continent, so and so born and so date, and he was. He was up there in the struggle up to the point of his passing. Let me choose the date of his passing or the date of his birth and say we're going to make this big CARICOM day. I mean, why? Why the 4th of June? Why the 4th of July? Why?
Because that was a date when they signed the agreements.
Listen to me, man. We got some wrong faces in the right places even up to the time 2023, the 2nd of July, 2nd or 3rd, what did it be?
The 3rd, today's the 3rd of July.
It's the 3rd of July. Up to the time, we got whole heap of wrong faces in right places. And it making the struggle look like we're not even though we're moving, it making it look like we're not going away. Like we're making one step forward and 16 backward. Mm-hmm. When we decide on things like these,
it's a coincidence.
This is coming about unity, and unity is power, strength, more. Yeah. So, what we want unity with?
Amongst ourselves.
Of them who take me out.
Amongst ourselves.
Who was responsible for us being human cargo? And who make the Indians them in their original home look like no, man, no sir, terrible, it's terrible. These people here, the generation to come.
Here's what.
Came and I want your stone.
Here's what.
And these people here, grave and who they have left behind, man. No, it's a serious thing.
Here's what.
It might sound. Sure.
Every Sunday, different denominations go to their respective churches and worship. You have this denomination, that denomination, and they all go and observe on that given day. It's a coincidence that we may well be overshadowed tomorrow in terms of the celebration by the Americans celebrating the 4th of July, but that's how it is sometimes. We observe what we need to observe and take it for ourselves. Okay. So the Treaty of Chaguaramas, let me see if I can get this a little bigger. Oh, no, it won't expand. Oh, yes. The Treaty of Chaguaramas established the CARICOM Community and Common Market, popularly known as CARICOM. It was signed on July 4th, 1973 in Chaguaramas, that's Trinidad and Tobago. It was signed by Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. It came into effect on the 1st of August, 1973. 1st of August, coincidentally, is Emancipation Day. So, should we celebrate it? Should we supersede Emancipation Day by celebrating CARICOM Day on the same date? So it's a coincidence, either way you look at it. We may well be overshadowed tomorrow, the 4th of July, because that's internationally known as Independence Day for America. It also happens to be, coincidentally, CARICOM Day for the region. But it came into effect on August 1st, 1973. So what do? So we call Emancipation Day now CARICOM Day. What is it? We got about 3 minutes before the midday newscast. Enough time for... Okay, let's see what Chris have to say. Chris Calling is saying, 1st of August is also my birthday. So, shall we celebrate Chris's birthday on the 1st of August? He hated the 4th of July thing, but Chris, that's the day we were born. So what are you going to do? Not celebrate your day? No, he's on the 1st of August. Yeah, he's on the 1st of August. So, you were born on a great day. The 1st of August, 1834, was when we were declared an emancipated people. Sadly, only in body, but not in mind. That is our sad legacy. We have got to work to emancipate our minds. But for many, many years, it was called August Monday. Nobody knew what it was. You celebrated August Monday. You went to Nevis for celebration, horse racing, etc. In the latter years, we found out it really had a greater significance in our lives. August Monday is, in fact, Emancipation Day. And CARICOM came into effect, the organization, on the 1st of August. So what do? X, I want to hear in that. Should we celebrate CARICOM Day on the 1st of August or tomorrow and not celebrate Emancipation Day, which has a great impact to you, right? We now pause for the midday newscast, and hopefully we get our weather updates. The atmospherics are very suspect, and we will happily continue with the program after.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WIN FM.
We now bring you the headline news. The headline news is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built
non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts. It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
With over a century of perfection behind the Mackeson name, a smooth blend with perfect balance and richness, it's no wonder Mackeson Triple Stout has a legacy of perfection. Enjoyed the world over. Introducing our new look with the same great taste. Mackeson. All hail the king.
Please drink responsibly.
With the WINNFM News, I am Devon Cornelius. Team Nevis, represented by Chef Margaret Castro and Chef Joseph Mwangi from the Four Seasons Resort, secured the top spot for the second consecutive time in the For the Love of Mangoes Chefs Competition at the Nevis Mango Festival on Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. The duo competed against Chefs Rekina Curtin and Karina Austin from Barbados, the winners of the 2019 edition. In the first round that began just about 3 p.m., Team Nevis prepared a brunch-style dish consisting of pancakes topped with a gastrique sauce made up of mango, strawberry, blackberry, blueberry, and gummy bears. Added to the plate was a shaving of white chocolate coated with peanuts and slices of mango, strawberries, and lime. Team Barbados prepared a plate on a crepe with some mango crumble and a strawberry and cilantro salsa. They reduced the orange gummy bears with some chocolate and created a compote and finished with a white chocolate thyme sauce. In the second round, Team Nevis created a Burmese Thai mango papaya salad and added some crunchy fried eggplant. Team Barbados created a mango and cilantro sauce, a merlot and rosemary sauce, and eggplant tikka masala topped with cucumbers, mangoes, and peppers. Included in the judges' criteria were taste and flavor, 25 points, presentation 25 points, creativity 20 points, team coordination 20 points, and use of the ingredients 10 points. 5 judges, including local and international chefs, sampled the food after each round. The judges returned an overall score of 663 points for Team Nevis and 634 points for Team Barbados. Team Nevis received a stone-crafted mango trophy from the Nevis Tourism Authority, while the representatives each received a Samsung Galaxy A23 from Digicel. The For the Love of Mangoes Chefs Competition has become a staple activity of the Nevis Mango Festival, which was launched in 2014.
This is the Carib Update News Service. I'm Wendy Chateau reporting. Caribbean leaders meeting in summit in Trinidad. This is the big story we're tracking this hour on Monday, July 3, 2023. Details of this story and more straight ahead. Now for the details. CARICOM leaders begin a summit later Monday on the 50th anniversary of the setting up of the regional body. Incoming chairman Dominica Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt says the meeting presents an opportunity to reflect on how far the Caribbean has come, but also deal with the most pressing issues facing the region at this time. Head of the United Nations, the President of Rwanda, and the U.S. Secretary of State are among top international guests that will also meet with the leaders in Port of Spain this week. On the back of the CARICOM Regional Crime Symposium held in April, Skerritt says security is one of the main challenges that need to be met in the region. He added that issues such as health, trade, food security, maritime and air transportation are some of the areas to be discussed over the next 3 days. The UN Secretary General will deliver remarks at the opening ceremony on Monday afternoon. Guterres is expected to underscore that the world needs to match the leadership, energy and commitment of the Caribbean countries in issues such as restructuring of the international financial system and the climate crisis in his speech. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres visited Haiti on Saturday and again called on foreign governments with strong security forces to help the struggling country fight a surge in gang violence. The appeal was made after Guterres met with Prime Minister Ariel Henry, civil society leaders, UN staff, and the heads of various political parties during his one-day trip. Guterres met with reporters at Haiti's International Airport in Port-au-Prince, who pressed him on whether an international security force would be deployed, as requested by the Prime Minister last October. Guterres said he spoke about the issue with Henry as well as the need to hold credible elections. Henry, who has been running the country since the July 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, has been under pressure to hold elections. But experts have noted it is impossible to do so given the current level of violence in the country, with gangs controlling an estimated 80% of the capital. There are no democratically elected institutions left in Haiti, with the country failing to hold legislative elections since October 2019. The King of the Netherlands has formally apologized for his country's role in the transatlantic slave trade, saying he felt personally affected. The country became a major colonial power after the 17th century, holding territories across the globe, and Dutch slave traders trafficked more than 600,000 people. Speaking at the Keti Koti Festival, marking the 160th anniversary of the abolition of slavery in the country, King William Alexander called the practice a horror. He admitted that the royal family did nothing to stop it. This is Newsbreak from the Carib Update News Service. In more news, the Jamaica Teachers Association fears that the aim of the Ministry of Education to establish a ratio 1 teacher to 25 students per class is under threat as public schools struggle with a staff shortage. JTA President LaSonia Harrison has noted that many schools, especially those in rural communities, are struggling to fill vacancies which have been created for various reasons, including resignations, vacation leave, and retirement. She noted earlier this week that for this 2022-23 academic year, schools could not offer some subjects, while teachers had to deliver lessons outside of their subject areas. Harris said it remains to be seen whether the goal of reducing class sizes will be achieved. Guatemala's highest court has suspended the release of official election results, granting a temporary injunction to 10 parties that challenged the results of the June 25 vote. The Constitutional Court late Saturday called for a new hearing to review the contested tallies in no more than 5 days. Santa Torres and Bernardo Arevalo had emerged from a field of nearly 24 presidential hopefuls in the first round of voting. Since neither came close to the 50% threshold, they were expected to compete in an August 20 runoff to determine Guatemala's next president. This has been another edition of Newsbreak from the Carib Update News Service, the Caribbean's newsroom. I am Wendy Chateau.
Hello, I'm David Harper with the BBC News. Heavy exchanges of fire are continuing between Israeli forces and Palestinian militants in the Jenin refugee camp in the occupied West Bank. The Palestinian Health Ministry says 8 Palestinians have been killed. Ambulances are struggling to reach them because of the intensity of the fighting. The Israelis said at least 7 people had been killed, describing them as terrorists. Lieutenant Colonel Richard Hecht is the international spokesperson for the Israel Defense Forces.
We're in the midst of this operation. We're not there to hold ground or stay there. We're focused on specific targets inside the camp. So it could take hours or maybe a day or two, as long as it takes to break the mindset of that place being a safe haven for terrorists.
People have been gathering outside town halls across France to protest against almost a week of nationwide riots. The violence was sparked by the police killing of a teenager in Nanterre in Paris last Tuesday. The latest rallies were called by mayors to show solidarity with the local politicians whose home in L'Aille-les-Rouges was attacked on Saturday night. Our correspondent Tom Simons is there.
It has made people feel that this is, to some extent, an attack on the state itself, La République, as they call it here in France. And that, I think, has brought them out to make this protest a protest, if you like, about the protests. We actually just came from Nanterre. There, they're cleaning up. There are cars, burnt cars, sections of the road that are burnt, being taken away. But here it's the attack on, if you like, the instrument of the state, the mayor himself, who wasn't at home at the time, that has brought people out to make their protest.
An audio statement has appeared on social media purporting to be from the head of the Russian mercenary group Wagner, who staged a short-lived rebellion 10 days ago. If authentic, it will be the first such recording by Evgeny Prigozhin in a week. Speaking slowly, he says what he calls his march for justice was aimed at fighting traitors and mobilising society. He says he thinks it succeeded in much of that. Health professionals in Sudan are warning that the war there is having severe consequences on children's health because of a serious drop in vaccination rates. The situation is especially concerning in the capital Khartoum, where the army and the rival paramilitary rapid support forces continue to fight. Will Ross reports.
A paediatrician in Khartoum told the BBC that cases of measles had broken out because of a shortage of the vaccine. Dr Mohammed Al-Taher said he expected the cases to be severe and warned that most children in the capital were not getting immunised. With frequent aerial bombardment and clashes in densely populated areas, it's extremely dangerous to try to reach clinics where a relatively small number of vaccines are available. The medical charity Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF, has warned that as people flee their homes, there are increasing cases of measles and malnutrition in camps in White Nile State, south of the capital.
BBC News. The United Nations Human Rights Chief has said that climate change threatens to take a terrifying toll on people's basic rights, saying that extreme weather events are wiping out crops, herds and ecosystems. Volker Turk told a UN Human Rights Council debate on the right to food that our environment was dying. Mr Turk condemned world leaders for thinking only of the short term in dealing with the climate crisis. Police in Hong Kong are offering rewards of $130,000 for the arrest of 8 exiled activists accused of colluding with foreign forces and endangering national security. It's the first time the authorities have offered such bounties since draconian national security legislation took effect 3 years ago. Among those named are some of Hong Kong's highest-profile pro-democracy campaigners. Annual inflation in Pakistan has eased for the first time this year. The Statistics Bureau said inflation in June was just under 30%, compared with a record 38% in May. High borrowing costs, combined with lower prices for food and petrol products, are behind the fall. The death has been announced in France of the last surviving member of a French commando unit that landed in Normandy in 1944 alongside Allied forces to begin the liberation of Europe from the Nazis. Léon Gauthier was 100 years old. With more, here's Charles Haviland.
Léon Gauthier enlisted in the French Navy as a teenager in early 1940, escaping to Britain months later. He went on to join the unit of Marine riflemen who trained in the Scottish Highlands. They became the only French fighters to participate in D-Day. He recalled how a British commander let them disembark from their landing craft first, in a symbolic recognition that the French were reclaiming their homeland. During the 80-day Battle of Normandy, Gauthier's unit lost more than half its forces. Late in life, Léon Gauthier reflected that war was misery because it ended with widows and orphans.
Charles Haviland reporting. BBC News.
That was the WINNFM Headline News. The Headline News was brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International. By land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com. When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM. Win FM weather.
It's time now for the Win FM weather, and it's brought to you by the Coal Pot. Never before have you gotten a chance to choose exactly what you would like to eat. At the Coal Pot, you have that option. Choose the type of grain you prefer, either brown or basmati rice, quinoa, couscous, mashed breadfruit, or bulgur. Choose your protein. You can also choose your sauce preference to complement your protein: teriyaki, curry, barbecue, or tomato. We also have vegetarian and cheese pizzas, chickpea burgers made from scratch, veggie wraps, wedges, vegan banana bread, the largest variety of local juices, and our signature Coal Pot iced tea. I tell soup every Saturday. Get your order delivered at coalpottogo.com. The Coal Pot, located in Shadwell, nicely nestled in nature. Call us at 669-6005. Let's take a look at our weather for today. Temperature highs at 91 degrees Fahrenheit or 33 degrees Celsius, and lows 81 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius. The weather today, partly cloudy, becoming generally cloudy after midday with an 80% or a very high chance of showers. By tonight, partly cloudy with a 70% or a high chance of showers. This is due to the passage of a tropical wave. Winds are east at 22 to 35 kilometers per hour or 14 to 22 miles per hour with possible gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Seas 1.2 to 2.1 meters or 4 to 7 feet. A small craft caution is in effect mainly for the eastern side of the island. Sunset today will be at 6:49 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 5:41 a.m. That was your Win FM weather report brought to you by The Coal Pot. Never before have you gotten a chance to choose exactly what you would like to eat. At the Coal Pot, you have that option. Choose the type of grain you prefer, either brown or basmati rice, quinoa, couscous, mashed breadfruit, or bulgur. Choose your protein. You can also choose your sauce preference to complement your protein, teriyaki, curry, barbecue, or tomato. We also have vegetarian and cheese pizzas, chickpea burgers made from scratch, veggie wraps, wedges, vegan banana bread, the largest variety of local juices, and our signature Coal Pot iced tea. I tell soup every Saturday. Get your order delivered at coalpottogo.com. The Coal Pot, located in Shadwell, nicely nestled in nature. Call us at 669-6005.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupons to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And here we go into the second half of today's presentation of Voices. You're logged on to WinFM 98.9 on the FM dial. My name is Socrates, and we've had a wonderful morning. This on the 3rd day of July so far. Great discussion. And the lines are open. 6620989, and we have various topics we want to expand on. By the way, when I was on Tiga a few weeks ago, I met a gentleman by the name of Manhunt. Manhunt is his name, and he just sent me the lineup of the Calypsonians who made what they call the quarterfinals in the recently held eliminations, second half during the weekend. I know we're not familiar with the names, but of course, back in the day, we used to know all the songs from Antigua during the carnival. What we have now is some new performers, and they're excellent. I've seen them, they're awesome. We have, maybe not in the same order, but we have Queen Staba, Richie Francis, Rain, Queen Thalia, Willie Wawa, King Kasiba, Omari, Queen Sammy C, G. Eve. I had her here when she was probably about 7, 8 years old. Awesome performer. She was then called Baby Eve. She's now G. Eve, probably grown Eve, I don't know. G. Eve, Royalty, Melody, Young Calypsonian. She was part of the workshop. King Young Destroyer, what a voice, what a performer. Rommel, King Singing Sudden, King Fire, Sharon, you remember King Fire? Or that before your time? Really? Melnostic. That's MELYPNOStic. Don't know pronounce it. Douglas from back in the day, Vicious, and Queen GP, veteran Calypsonians. I wish them all the best. And send a shout out to Manhunt. You're here in the Federation pretty often. You may come to Seekers on Friday. That's great. Weather permit, come down, give me a shout. Let's have a beer or two together. Right? My contacts are 662-0989. Of course, you know the area code you hear often. So it's 662-0989. And we're going to have a beer or two at your hotel where you're staying. So looking forward to seeing you. So back in the Federation, the weather, things okay? Straight to the 4 lines? Okay, we go straight to the board. Call your live on voices.
Yes, good afternoon, the King.
Good afternoon, sir. You're back.
Yes. Now, I want you to give me a few minutes. I'll try to be short and some information I want to bring to the fore to the listening ears of our people.
Okay, try to be short. Go ahead.
Yes, I mentioned to you that I read of the 6 Easter bean last week with Jamson Island tea. Permit me to now read to you, the King, the 9 Easter beings who are Africans, the first chosen of the Creator. 9 Ether is the combination of all existing gases of nature.
Ether.
Nothing anywhere can be as powerful as all the existing gases. Primary creation was performed by 9 ether beings called Etherians. And their science is an Nuwapu, that's spelled Nuwapu. Nuwapu. The King, when you and I pull a strand from our nappy woolly hair, it makes the shape of a 9. You have 99 trillion cells within your body. When I said you, we Africans have 99 trillion cells in our body.
I'm listening, go ahead.
Yes, a universe takes 9 years to create, and a baby takes 9 months to be created inside the womb. So, our number is 9 as in channel 9, items that end with 99 as in 99 cents. So 9 ether is responsible for creating the omniverse, multiverse, triverse, and the universe. And when those 9 Etherians were done creating the universe, they created physical bodies for themselves, which was dark skin, woolly hair, the original most supreme being of the planet. I'm going to finish now, the King. Just bear with me.
Go ahead.
9 ether beings are African with curly hair, wavy hair, and nappy hair. A 9 ether was created 76 trillion years ago. There are 9 types of African people on the planet Earth, who originated from the Sun tribe. The 9 ether represent the soul, sun, life, health, and mental sex. 9 ether represent order, darkness, positive, and love. 9 ether is the highest of all spiritual power activated. 9 ether is celestial origin from all Africans. There is no number higher than 9. 9 ether came from above. 9 ether is positive and supports the living, everything in nature. Take 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, and 9 years to grow. And you have 99 trillion cells within your body. 9 planets in our solar system, so you have 9 chakra, so you exist in 9 dimensions. I'm referring to us, the King. Now, you didn't heard when I read about the 6 ether being all living human with straight hair, which is fur. Now, I'm saying all of this for us to know, the King, that our history was hidden from us. Our story was hidden from us by a race of people. The 6 ether being, who is the principalities in high places today in our day and age. everything that is geared towards us, the king, it is because we have converted to the system, the matrix. All of what we have is geared towards against us. And I said earlier, no race of people is going to educate us to overpower them. Now, that is very profound. We have to create our own because we are the first. And in our space, the king, we had everything before we were interrupted and disrupted. This thing is deep, the king. It is very deep in all that you see is going on, even to the very fact that you discussed earlier before the news break, the 4th of July. The 4th of July is very symbolic to cosmology. And that is why the Americans capitalize on the 4th of July as their Independence Day. But it's deeper than that because other European countries celebrate a date in July. You have France, I think, is the first. Canada, all other countries with Caucasian have that information. Now, why we don't have it? Because they hid our history from us, the king. Now, I'm saying, all you have to do, Google the 6 ether being the king, and Google the 9 ether being. Because as much as if you pull one of your nappy here and it's shaped back into a 9, now that might be up for discussion because one can say, well, it's shaped back as a 6 also. But remember, 9 is the highest. So we have to gravitate to who we are. We are the first and we are the highest. We are Fahrenheit and they are the Celsius. Everything is a duality. I hope you're following me in this, the king.
I'm following you, listening. I'm sorry, my listeners.
Everything is a duality. We are Fahrenheit, they are the Celsius. Now look at what is happening in America. You think any Africans who been George Floyd, the young man who lost his life, the Michael Jackson impersonator, you think they're going to get justice? The only how we get justice, the king, is when we melt the ice. The Fahrenheit melt the ice. Justice, just ice. If the Fahrenheit melt the ice, this planet will be at peace, the king. Because those who are of war cannot make peace. They have mastered the art of war, and the meek, the king, will inherit the earth. I hope you're getting me with this. I have more to read on the 9 ether being, but I'm going to pause for now.
Much appreciated,
Thanks
sir.
for hearing me.
Always value your contribution. And there are times when what he says goes over people's head, but if you really take the time and research, he has to be commended for trying to educate our people. Re-educate is the term I would rather use. All right? And so we are we in a call at the moment? Okay. We go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Greetings to all the king's son.
Greetings to you, sir.
Okay, you hear me right?
Loud and clear.
Okay, you see emancipation there? That's 1st of August. Remember, we are our ancestors and our ancestors is we, If we see that way, we're not going away, You know the joy that our ancestors embraced when that physical bondage of chain and shackles was no more?
What I don't know, but I know what it represents.
So therefore, we say that, okay, since Jamaica part of CARICOM, let me say something. When Jamaica get independence 1962, Emancipation Day was like no more on the books until 1997.
Why is that?
Because it was like the independence is everything. Until 1997, after much agitation from the Rastafari community, the Island Genoid started it. Move on to Ras Lion and the entire Rastafari community, Nyabingi, Bobo Shanti, Pearl Tribe, agitation. Yeah?
Yes, because
1997 it was under the then Prime Minister who was called the Black Prince. Why name be again tall and black? Why name be again? The Jamaica Prime Minister, man.
What's the man?
They call him Black Scandal Bag. PJ Patterson. There is letters still that they was wrote to him by the Rastafari community and response. And it was 1997 under the watch of the then Prime Minister PJ Patterson. The entire Jamaica recognized emancipation they once more.
That was when they officially recognized it?
It was nothing with they've forgotten it. It was just the Rastafari community and the Pan-African community observed the 1st of August in Jamaica. Ask! I'm telling you the truth. I live here.
I believe
I'm
you.
not talking about what I don't know. I was amongst everything, observing everything. Quietly. Because I look like them, so me have a talk with somebody to or the virgin them assistant knows I from this little plantation here, think it's neighbors. You see me? That I'm telling you what I observe, what I know. So, you see emancipation?
Yep.
No comparison whatsoever with what some illusion thing with 4th of July. As we said before, America have blood on their hands for the rightful owners of that land. Yes, we know this.
Conscious Americans don't celebrate it.
It's our own journey. Emancipation. Let us not take it lightly. It was the dashing away of the chains. And no more, you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't, what? No more. They move on and they say, okay, you recognize yourself as one people and they going to form CARICOM. Why that date? And up to the time, that was since 1973, yeah?
Let me get the date, yes.
75. You mean to say up to the time? Look how we still got cricketers representing us and calling themselves West Indians. What shame. What shame. What kind of identity we are carrying around here? Oh, my God. It's terrible.
July 4th, 1973, yes. I would have lost a caller. But what he says makes sense because I could not understand for the life of me why we were calling August Monday. It seemed to have no special significance. It was the last 20 years it was recognized as Emancipation Day. We go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices. Go to caller, you're live on Voices.
Socrates, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how about thou?
I'm good, and you?
Not too bad for an old man. Who am I speaking with?
Carlo.
Okay, go right ahead.
Socrates.
Hello?
That date they were the put. Yeah, hello?
I'm hearing you, go ahead.
That date for the put is for when they got election and people coming from America, you should check it out. Yes, they know what they're doing.
You mean August 4th?
Yes.
Yeah, normally around, yeah. You're right. That factors into...
holiday, so they start it out.
Uh-huh.
So the people them could come and maybe did there before and the election there and then they fly back. Check it out, you see. It's a trick in it. They know what they're doing.
There you go.
Yeah. They plan it out very, very good.
So...
You know if they're having any graduation, any ceremony for this couple, graduate?
I don't have any information on that. I'm going to ask one of the newscasters here and share the information with you once we have it.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Thank you for that very unique and interesting perspective. That date is designed for when we want to bring in overseas voters to vote. There you go. There's something in it for everybody. We go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the
I
program.
tried to get in a while now, but I can't get in. But I needed to weigh in something that I was concerned about
Yes,
pertaining to taxi drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I think you, as one of the presidents, would have to look into. Two things. One, I heard the Minister of Tourism, Ms. Henderson, says in this month they have 400 new applications, and they're going to start training this month with intentions of giving new license. I heard it myself on the radio.
Okay.
I would like to know if the president has been informed of such thing, because we know we don't have work for the present 400 that we have. And I do not know where the other 400 is going to get work from. Secondly, I would like to know, sorry about that, the parking lot that is there, that is called UDC parking lot. And I said that is called UDC parking lot because it is government. I want to know, why is it barricaded and we as taxi drivers can be entering from one section, whereas just the other day, Friday, I had to call on a driver, don't block up the final entrance. You know, everybody want to park to the front, and he come and park in the last one while other drivers behind. So I said, how they going to get out? He said, he ain't going to belong wherever he going, he not belong. I said, but that's not the point. Come back and let other people who might want to get out before you get back could get out. But that is not the point also, but I'm just saying that is the situation we are in now. The point I want to make, why the government is using UDC to say UDC is UDC parking lot. Government has the right to earn anything they want on this piece of little land we got here. When the Posanda was first built, we had a parking lot for ourselves right across on the western side.
To the left of as it existed, that was our parking lot. That was sold.
That's what I'm saying. So how the government could allow what Indian company to come and buy it out and then put us back behind it in a place now where they say belong to UDC and we just there until UDC want it. It can't work so. We got to let the government know, hey, if we are ambassadors, you can't treat us like, what word I must use? Because we are not being treated as ambassadors. And I want the government to know, I want them to know and also hear me, that they cannot treat us the way they feel to treat us. We need a parking lot for ourselves. Even if the government want to remove the same building that they put down at the first site, the government can move it if they want to, knock it down and set it back up as a parking lot. The government has that prerogative. You understand me? So let nobody tell me about UDC parking lot and UDC could do as they like and UDC said this and UDC said that. I hate that kind of behavior there from the government. We need our own parking lot. And I want you all as president, and I'm willing to rally with you all, talk to Marsha Henderson and whoever else, the Prime Minister, and let them know that we cannot stand to everything that they say. We can't work with that. The parking lot must belong to us. Even when they had a thing they're saying is we could have a taxi stand here. And they end up turn it around and make it some kind of bathroom that taxi man got to pay to urinate inside here. What kind of foolishness this?
They gave it to one barrel.
And this is what I am saying. But the government, they can't push us in the back like that all the time. I hate it. You all got to make some noise. I sorry that I'm not in the position to make noise with all you know. But I need to carry me.
You may very well be.
I mean, I would make my noise decently and in order. But I need to place these points.
Copy.
I mean, and if I say it, but the point is,
Copy.
we need to rally together.
Copy.
Hey.
On the first note about the minister looking to bring in additional drivers, we've not been consulted at all.
That's disrespectful.
It used to be, for them to bring in new drivers, the president used to be consulted about the state of the industry. Could the industry take another, and they stopped that. They stopped that because it was close to.
Doya was the man, and I had to. Doya had Kelvin Leader and Greenline and all of them fellas as president to consult with before I get my license. These things don't happen now. They take out who they want and when they want and how much they want without consulting us. We can't let these things go down, sir.
But I was answering the point you raised. Right? We'll not be consulted. There's a meeting to be held this coming Thursday at 10 o'clock with the ministry to discuss the new changes we're told. In terms of the parking issue, we are going to a meeting at 2 o'clock this afternoon to discuss that. The president and one of the officials from UDC. We had a meeting set before, but things changed. They wanted to have it at 11 this morning, but I had to be here, so it's postponed until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So Brandy, Matthew, and I will be going to meet with this person to discuss that whole parking issue. On Friday, I raised that issue here because even in the circus, come carnival time, we are unceremoniously kicked out of the circus.
That's what I'm saying.
The same thing happened at Port Zante. They said they wanted space for music festival. I'm saying, even that was the case, you cannot treat us like that. So I feel your fervor.
The same voice we had. Someone's got to say, you can't treat us like that.
You know very well, I am not one to take these issues lightly. So I'll be going to the meeting at 2 o'clock, respectively, to hear what they have to say. And come Friday, based on what is discussed to us, I'll have that information to share with the public. If the other taxi driver would stand like you, if the other driver would stand like you, we won't be having these problems. But first meeting is at 2 o'clock today.
Tell you what they got to say, and this is the point I'm making. Let them know this is not the way it works. Not just to tell you what they got to say. They could say what they want to say. Yes, of course. But we have to let them know that is not the way it works, and this is the way it's supposed to be, and this is the way it's going to be. Because force make water go uphill, and we got the force. Okay, good.
I hope so. So I'm going to call you after the meeting today and let you know about the parking issue. And then we have the meeting on Thursday at 10 o'clock to discuss the changes for Port Zante. Okay?
Yes.
I'll keep it posted. At this point, we
Appreciate
must
that. I got
pause.
a package for you for the longest while. I send you a WhatsApp message, but maybe your phone gone bad.
You have a package for me? Okay, we shall talk after. I'll call you after. Right?
Yes, all right.
We pause for a few kind words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA specials from June 29th through July 12th. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Almond Breeze, almond milk, just $9.99. Kellogg's Cornflakes, $21.99. Planters cheese balls and curls, $9.99. Essential Everyday Grated Parmesan, just $11.99. Hot Pockets, $14.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Canned Fruit, just $8.99. And now, our very low weekly value deals. Essential Everyday Ketchup, $4.99. Malta-Meal cereals, $13.99. Ensure drinks, $8.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, just $2.79. Essential Everyday Freezer Bags, $8.99. Stay fresh with Equaline Mouthwash, $9.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Hot topic. Hey guys, welcome back to Voices. It's just about 8 minutes moving up. Well, that's a bit slow. But yes, I've got about 12:50 p.m. and we're going smoothly. If there are no other calls, now there's a Rastafarian brethren who called me on 2 consecutive shows to find out about the document. He wanted to get clarity on what their rights were. And I hope we can call in and we can discuss it now because I have the document with me today. Speaking about the rights for Rastafari, the right to assemble, where they could assemble, and permitted public places includes indoor and outdoor area where privately or publicly owned, to which the public has access by rights of invitation, express or implied, whether by payment or money or not. Schools and all other educational institutions, school buses and other educational transportation, hospitals, health centers, churches, or other religious establishment, except as if permitted under the act of any other law. police stations or training facilities, defense forces camps or training facilities, correctional facilities, whether publicly or privately operated, community centers, government and statutory corporation offices, motor vehicles owned by government or other statutory corporations, and other public places declared by the ministry and by order. These are places that you cannot smoke. These are places that you are not allowed to smoke. When it comes to places of assembly, means a place of gathering of Rastafari group for the purpose of practicing the tenets of Rastafari. Right? Then we come down to smoke. Or smoking means to inhale, exhale, burn, combust, or vaporize any lighted or heated device or pipe, or any other lighted or heated cannabis or cannabis resin intended for inhalation, whether natural or synthetic, in any manner or in any form, and includes the use of electronic smoking, like the vapor thing, device that creates an aerosol or vapor in any manner or in any form, or the use of any orally used device for the purpose of circumventing the prohibition of smoking. Registration of Rastafari groups. A Rastafari group may be registered with the ministry. An application for registration pursuant to subsection 1 shall be made in the form set out in part 1 of the schedule. Registration of Rastafari place of assembly. So you must not only register your group, but you must register your place of assembly. A Rastafari group, after contemporaneously with its application for registration with the ministry pursuant to section 3, section 1, may apply to register a place for assembly. An application of registration pursuant to section 1 shall be made in the form set out in part 2 of the schedule. And you come to concessions. Concessions granted to Rastafari group. Agricultural Rastafari, a registered Rastafari group, may apply through the Ministry of the Cabinet of Ministers for the following waivers in concession. Waivers of license fees granted pursuant of Cannabis Act 2020. Waivers of business license fees granted pursuant of the License of Business and Occupations Act, Chapter 1820. Concessions of payments of incorporated business income tax pursuant of the Incorporated Business Income Tax Act, Chapter 18-49. D. Concessions of the payment to corporate income tax pursuant of the... Anyway, we were looking at where and how the new regulations affect the Rastafari community in terms of where they can smoke, when, and what license they must have. It says you must apply, and it's an application for registration pursuant to subsection 1 shall be made in the form set out in part 3 of the schedule. Registration free of charge. And we take this caller on for discussion. Caller, live on Voices.
Yes. Good afternoon, the King.
Yes, Culture. Go ahead.
I am back here. Now, I call to congratulate your taxi brother there who speak out.
Cappy, yeah.
Yes, man, I agree with him. Good afternoon, Cappy. Too many persons are suffering. Like, once I see a black man looking company with the white managers and bucklers. 3 white men speaking, and he wanted to be in them, feel like he white. And he was so close behind one of them that he stepped back, the white man stepped back on his foot. And he's standing up there, and before he tell the man come off his foot, he's trying to pull out his foot from under the white man's foot. And damage his toe. When he could have tell the white man, you're stepping on my foot, like people move, because he want to be in a company. He afraid to tell the white man that what you're doing is wrong, he's standing on my foot. Mm-hmm. So I call to congratulate Cappy, and I wish that many more taxi men would do like him, because it is not he alone going through what what he going through. But a lot of people, they would be suffering and they're growing into themselves and they have a way to speak out and they don't do it. Now this thing again about this license for Rastaman to have to say where they're going to smoke and where they must smoke and where they should not smoke. Nobody have no way to put no kind of laws on marijuana, ganja, or herb, whatever it is. There is no chemical in that. That is something that God put on the earth for people to use. Whether they want to boil it, bake it, barbecue it, or drink it, or smoke it. That is free like the Sousa bush, any other bush. What they come in talking about, you have to get license for this, and you can't go there and go there. And the thing what killing people is cigarette. They need to ban that. The people them always put on the box in a blue background.
Good debate.
Right, warning. The Surgeon
They
General.
were forced to. They were forced to do so.
Oh, because what? Because of what the cigarette do to people's health.
Yes, they knew, but they were forced to acknowledge. So if you read the warning labels and all this, and you go and do so at your own risk.
You're right. That's why they put it on.
Yep.
Yeah, they put it on. Well, I want to tell them, hear me? They need to stop making cigarette. Done with that. Concentrate on what God put on the earth here.
That's a mega million bucks. You can't done with that.
Oh, that's what they're looking at, really. They're not looking at people's health, but they want to put on govern.
Bernice.
To govern people to plant, tell you can't plant more than
Bernice
5
is
trees.
supposed to call and tell me how the tea work, because she was supposed to boil the tea and drink it because she have an ailment. So even though she really against the weed and the smoking and the Rastafari, she says she's going to try the tea. So I'm waiting for her to call back and let me know how things work out.
Because I don't smoke nothing. But look, if I could get a forest of marijuana, I'll make all tea with it.
There you go.
And even try to me soup and me rice and eat them.
You're allowed 5 plants. You don't need
Yeah,
a forest.
5.
You're allowed
Oh, my
5
God.
plants based on the
But look what they
regulations.
reach to now. You can tell me how much thing to plant in me yard?
5.
Come on, man. Anyway, let me give somebody else a chance to come in. You hear me?
Okay, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh, let me go. Before I go, I am happy because for many years I've been wondering if that thing is a racing organization.
Which thing?
The longest and the hardest and the greatest bicycle race in the world, the Tour de France.
Tour de France.
Yeah, there is an African, a black man, born in Africa, but his parents is from Europe. And I was listening to the commentary on Sunday night on BBC, as usual, and the potential that he has. And he has been winning other international races. They said that it's possible that he could win this year's Tour de France.
Okay.
So, congratulations to him, and I wish him all the best.
Here,
And that's going to set the way for other black people to enter the race and show them what we can do. Thank you very much, King.
Much appreciated.
Okay.
Any call there? Okay. The point you made about Cappy calling and wishing that other taxi drivers would do the same. Being host of this program, I choose to not make it my personal stump to talk about taxi issues. I've asked taxi drivers, call in. Don't make it look like I am the only one spearheading or highlighting a problem. So what Cappy did, we didn't have a discussion. But that's what taxi men are supposed to do. There are a lot of burning issues that's negatively affecting us. But I'm not supposed to come here daily and take up that charge. I'm not the only person affected. As you call, I can give you information as to what we're doing. I speak to other drivers, etc., but many of us want to stay in the background. And as you pointed out, let people stand on a corner and grumble and say, we need to speak out. Whatever the new regulations I've been hearing rumors about does not bode well for us. But I'm going to wait until the meeting to find out officially and take it from there. We go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Hi, the King.
Good afternoon, sir. How about that?
I'm giving thanks for life.
Right.
The King, while I respect others who would recognize in me that I have a voice, I could be a representative of certain bodies, like the taxi fraternity, I don't really be swell-headed with persons who might meet me. I always encourage them to speak also, so that more voices will be better. You see, more voices will be better than just the few voices that you will hear from time to time. And so that's what I just do. I've been bombarded with persons who will approach me in the fraternity that will say, Africa said this and said that, and said this and said that. And that's not the way I operate. And so I just encourage them to speak also, so that we, the few voices, can get a break and still feel represented. You know what I mean? By others who would lend their voices. So to Cappy, this is not the first time I've heard Cappy, and it won't be the last. And so kudos. But we are here. We are here. We are here. One thing, though, we will not get the type of respect we deserve until we earn it. Do you think that we earn it, the King?
First, we
You
have
don't
to
feel
be
that
able to
way. By the
identify.
numbers?
We have to identify we. We have over 400 registered drivers already. Only a small portion of that are members of associations. So when you find the ministry bringing X amount of drivers, and there's chaos, well, without consulting the presidency, the association, and there's chaos on the port. They said to us, you need to talk to your drivers. They are not members of any association. They don't feel affiliated with anything. Oh, they
But
get
the
the thing
King-
from the government. They
the
don't
King-
care because they work for themselves. That is what happened down there.
The
So we
King-
can't control that. Yes.
The King, the ministry continue to operate the way they operate. It's because of us. Shall I say? The ministry continues to operate. This is testimony to it. The way they are operating now, they feel like they can have the divide and rule, and that they will say that these are the bodies these are the bodies of the fraternities, and they feel like there's no unification in there, and they feel like this is a weakness to us. They came out of us now. We're all in a community where we know the ministers, we know the representatives, we know the peers. They came out from us. So they are operating in a modus operandi that they know that this is the way we were divided. This is the way we are still divided as a
Africa.
unified people. Right?
Africa.
And so they operate in that way.
The last 3 protest actions taken on behalf of taxi drivers was done by me. The last 3. On one occasion, I was told, being on the tourism board, I could not take that action. I was told, your party is in power. You should not take that action. And I did. Because the policies that were being implemented did not make sense to me. As a result, based on the amount of money, well, look at Blackwatch. Blackwatch has suffered. The fortress has suffered in terms of the revenue stream. They put millions of money down on Blackwatch, that great platform, but by the policy that were implemented, they've hurt Blackwatch. And I tried to explain to the minister. I asked him, who's advising you?
Yeah, what I could tell you, though, they're really frustrated.
They were catering to the greed of a few. And I took it to the
realize
streets.
that we are so frustrated that it's like they have exhausted us in terms of their frustration. Look, Prince, the other day they took almost 2 weeks to paint. Hey, kudos to them. From time to time, you have to maintain things. To paint the parking lot, it took almost 2 weeks to do that, and frustrating the people. And you would notice in the little space there in the circus where people really come, ply the trade, everyone wants an opportunity to do a little parking, go do a little business, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Even with those who kind of stationary there, would be moving.
I tried to
They get
park
a
there
job,
today.
They go, they come back.
I tried to
You
park there
understand?
today. I had to go to Port Zante.
Huh?
I tried to park there this morning before I came to the station. I could not. I had to go to Port Zante for parking.
Lucky you get to park in Port Zante now. And I said, the King, you know what I said to myself? I'm going to observe it. I'm going to observe it and going to observe it. And thanks to Cappy I observe it. I could have spoken. I could have let my
That
voice
is the
be
problem.
heard,
Stop observing and speak up.
No.
Stop.
No.
Too many
The
people
king,
observing
I
this
always
thing will
speak
break down and
what
then
I
there's
am
nothing.
saying. I observe it, and to see if any other persons in our fraternity will take the mantra and speak. And we do have representatives.
Okay.
Albeit small, but yes. So that is why I said I could have said something before, but I chose not, simply because I want to hear. I want to get the representation from us ourselves.
You are
and
us.
So, yes.
Anyway.
Yes, the king.
That's your point.
The king. This situation that we're in a real quandary. We are in a quandary. Cappy talk about ambassadors. Who they're seen as ambassadors? Right now they want the monopoly where they can bring in and their private people move the bulk of the people from the airport and even up the seaport. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. And then you know what they're going to say? Oh, you've been stagnant for all these years doing to the business and you don't intend to move on. No regard for the fraternity. I'm seeing it. Everyone has the impetus and everyone should give extra added impetus to farm their own business, do their own branding and the like. Yes, I agree. But for the authority to try to undermine the fraternity, that is so wrong. It is so wrong.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your contribution. Appreciate that. We now have to go downtown and give kudos to our sponsors. Caesar must be paid his due.
Get ready for the biggest sales event of the year. It's the Horseman Furniture and Appliances major sales event where we're slashing prices by 20% off on all major appliances. Are you looking for amazing deals on refrigerators, stoves, large appliances, washing machines, and even microwaves? Well, look no further. From the latest models to top brands, Horseman Furniture and Appliances has it all at unbeatable prices. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen or replacing old appliances, this is the perfect opportunity to get major savings and save big. These deals won't last forever. This is a limited time opportunity to snag the appliance of your dreams at 20% off and get double cashback coupons with every purchase. Don't miss out. The Horsewood Furniture and Appliances major appliances sales event where quality meets affordability. Don't miss out on the biggest discounts on refrigerators, stoves, large appliances, washing machines, and microwaves. Hurry in today and make your home a major delight. Major savings, major discounts, 20% off on major appliances, plus double cash back for free groceries. Happening now at Horsewood Furniture and Appliances. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Yes, the clock on the wall says it's just about 9 minutes past the 1 o'clock hour. It's the 4th, so the 3rd of July. Tomorrow is the 4th. The 4th of July. A date that brings a lot of angst to a lot of people because we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of CARICOM. It's also the 4th of July, Independence Day for the Americans and all that. So, yeah, July 4th, still in the midst of the hurricane season. We have to be vigilant and take all the requisite precautions. But we're still enjoying paradise. We go back to the phone lines. Call you live on Voices.
Good afternoon.
Blessed be. Glad to hear from you.
Good afternoon, Socrates.
Good afternoon, Sister Henry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed the first half.
You had to be otherwise occupied.
I was feeling sleepy.
That's okay.
Good afternoon to all the listeners at home and abroad. We're giving God thanks for life, you know.
First and foremost.
Life and health and strength. Good afternoon, Journey. I want to explain what you mean by melt the ice. We have to melt the ice. So maybe another day, not today. Explain exactly what you mean by melting the ice. Now, a message to Dr. Drew, because I have been listening to him, making some statements to me on the assumption that our people don't understand anything. I have an idea who some of the advisors are, you know, in trying to make the new government look good. They're making some absurd remarks, as if we don't live here. Instead 7 years, nothing happened, but whenever the big boats come, they park up by the nothing.
Okay.
They comment about the road and, when they do this up. I mean, how many settlements are put down by them and up to now not even a proper dirt road? Now, he was talking on another station on Thursday, and I listened to him, And I said, I wonder if that there are people out there, economists, statisticians, pure common sense. They are to stabilize the bank and rescue this one. And I said to myself, up to now, we can't hear how much money the CBI brought in. So I want to know where he got the resources from to stabilize the National Bank and the Development Bank. Where did the money come from?
But he said that he went in and he made the Treasury in good standing. Didn't he say that?
But he talking double. But he said we're in the red. That's the first thing he said,
Now, the first thing he said, and this was supported by Central Bank, that the economy was left in good standing. That Timothy...
Yeah, but so that they now try to say, what? And when you remember when he said, the thing was in the red, I tell him no. You can't be in the red and you're giving double. And you're giving other things. And aquarium, it don't make sense. It would make a lot more sense, if you speak the truth. Even the one about the dialysis machines. He is taper saying he brought in new ones.
And they new?
No, they're second-hand ones. Nothing wrong if you get second-hand and they're good, but at least don't give the impression, and just explain what you meant when you said it. That is all people got to talk about. I listened to some of to a certain program on another station. And one of his advisors gave the impression that, well, what you are making noise for is harsh. He has not used those words, right?
Okay.
Whenever an issue comes up, it is brushed aside. He needs to have advisors who speak the truth. Now, are you aware who is the advisor for tourism?
No.
Ricky
I think,
Skelly.
yes. Former
What do you expect?
Minister Skelly.
Now, if you go back, you can remember the things he put the shop where you're taxi drivers through. You remember all of those?
Well, I did sign a petition when we were assigned that county parking lot. We had to stay down there. And I took up a petition because it makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes when we
was
blame
patrolling the corridors and running taxi drivers back in the corner. Go back down in the hole.
I remember, Marsha, Honorable Marsha is new. A lot of these ministers saying is some of the old advisors, no name calling, looking to grind axe on people who they feel they had an issue with a long time. I mean, even the one about the prices, because tell you the truth, there isn't anything much the government could do. We are in a free enterprise economy. There isn't any much, and even in terms of we have to look into it. They have access to the documents. They know what comes into the port, where you have the CIF, the cost, the insurance, and the freight price.
Yeah.
The chamber has agreed to a fixed markup. You understand?
Yes.
So if they're really serious, rather than trying to pass the blame on the private sector, they could have done the work long time ago. But he knows, and other people know, in some cases the prices go up. So he's trying to pass it off, rather than say, look, this is it. This is what we will do for you.
Sometimes
rather
when
than just the duty taken off of some. You might take off the duty of all of some things, maybe for 2 months or so, you know what I mean?
All right.
There are things that they can do. Or we're going to look into it. How long are you going to take to look into it? So I like him, but he has some advisors whose job it is to grind axe or to assume that our people are stupid. I feel offended when I hear people making things that they should know don't make sense. And Dr. Joe is intelligent enough. He must analyze the data given to him. 'Cause I know in the public system, you don't write your own thing. The talking points are given to him with an intention. And nothing is wrong with that. But when they give you the talking points, do some investigation yourself, because people will say you cannot be trusted.
He's a person, he's a face.
Up to now, you heard this big thing about the development bank and the 21 million. People tired of asking. A study was done, right? Forensic thing. It was there. All he has to do is send all the 193 pages. Put it on the SKNIS website. You see what I mean?
Yes. Let's want to read.
Don't assume that people can't read or they can't absorb it. You know, it's an insult. And it's time enough we answer about the CBI. So, Dr. Jew, you can do better. You can do better. A lot of your advisors, they're only there to satisfy themselves. You need a proper economic council. They don't have to be labor. They don't have to be PAM, not PLP. Get intelligent people who understand the data. Because it annoys me when I hear people who are supposed to know better. This thing about making the government look good. The issue is not making the government look good, you know. The issue is making all of our people knowledgeable, and when they're knowledgeable, they should understand.
Yes. Okay, valid points.
All right, then. So, Journey, because you see, when that connotation he made, I've spoken to him already about it, you know. For us to get to the 9-eater, we must get rid of the 6-eater.
Okay.
That is not the intention of giving information. All right.
Thank you, Sister Henry, for that very valuable piece of information. We now go back and pay some tribute to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And here we go. We're winding down on today's edition of Voices. It's got about 90 minutes past the 1 o'clock hour, and the lines are open for any caller who want to weigh in on any discussion. Anyone who want to respond to what Sister Henry said, we're here to have that debate. So I read the document about the rights of the Rastafarians, regulations, etc. Waiting for a response. Let's see this caller. Is it caller? You're live on Voices. Yourself we're waiting on.
I'm here trying to come forward, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, give thanks, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, and give thanks for the information so far, you know.
So you're able to capture what I read?
Yeah?
You were able to get some insight from what I read for you?
Yeah. But you're coming to the part there where you deal with the 5 trees.
With what?
The 5 trees, the 5 plants that.
Or is a person who contravenes is not here? It's not in this document? You're talking about the registration of the groups?
No, not the part there. The part where who can have
the 5 trees. Who can have 5
okay.
trees? Appointment elders, usual place, assembly, information, including address, sort of a copy. I don't have the thing about the volume of trees you should have. Benefited from fraud. No, I don't have that. That
But and the thing, the document entitled cannabis clarity.
No, it doesn't have that.
You
What
know?
I have is Rastafarian regulation bill, Rastafari rights and
Okay.
regulation bill. So that document I don't have.
Okay. Okay.
I can
So
try to get that.
maybe that the cannabis clarity.
Mhm.
And that the state, if to go up to 5G, you need a license.
Oh.
Right? To go up to 5G, you need a license. So you're wondering if that was a mistake.
That sound
Because,
that sound right. It used to be that you could have up to 5
granted,
trees.
like, you know what I mean? That is what I wanted to get clear, you know what I mean?
I'll have to try to get my hands on that particular document.
Yeah,
But I knew.
You can take a cannabis clarity, you know?
Okay.
2023.
All right, I'll try to get
No,
that for
no,
probably
I don't-
Wednesday.
Yeah, but come down to the part where Rastafari registration. Rastafari, place of assembly most of the time is your home.
So for every 2 years, you will have to register?
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Renewal of registration
once you
every
go-
2 years?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is for one to understand Rastafari culture and tradition. You know what I mean? Rastafari culture and tradition is not like the European, you know what I mean? Because, for example, Rastafari is an inbound conception, see? It's a calling you get. Right? Sometimes you can't resist it, you know. But a lot of the time, over time, you know, if you're hard and hard, you just go weaker. But, you know what I mean? Most everybody get the call to it. You know what I mean? And some of us take it on so strong that we get choked out with pure and souls for it.
That's true,
You know?
yeah. Yep.
And we just hold, but we still hold to it. Right? Now, Shine, you know, Shine said that to say is inborn. Okay? Your body is the temple. So you worship God, the Almighty, in your temple. See, the temple is a moving temple, and the temple is stationary because the body can move, right? So, the worship in the Rastafari, giving of praises, that can't happen anywhere. You know what I mean? But I understand these restrictions, where, you know, it's not allowed, but understanding the rest of our life is that the body is the temple. You know, we can congregate. You understand? And we could congregate different places too. It's not necessarily a building.
Okay.
You know? It's the mind, the I and I together. You know what I mean?
But they speak here to a place, they speak here to a registered place of assembly. So you have to register your physical location.
We could be assembled in different ways and different talk, because sometimes we assemble by one another. You know what I mean? One and two gather together, we assemble. You know what I mean? Reasonment, you know what I mean?
Then they need to put registered places. You have a registered place of assembly.
Yeah, but then why you need to register your place?
It's the document I have in my
Because
hands.
your first place, remember your first place of worship is in the temple, which is your body. So that means you need to register yourself. Right? To go practice your religion. To go, no, my concern is the principle of freedom of conscience. You understand what that is?
Yes, well, it says here. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see the Constitution defend it, eh? Yeah, and to me, like, that is why I'm looking at. How free are we to exercise that right?
Well, there are penalties for violators. So
Give us, right? Your conscience is what guides you in life. You understand? So, you can't make the I think you got in the international law, you got something you can't make a law against. You can't make a law against life and them things there. You know, I think that is one of them too. One of the international laws, you know. But yeah, it's about human dignity, you know. Everybody have that right to practice their religion without a license.
With this one say you must be registered.
Condition. If you put condition on it, is it all right? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's a part of development, our development. We must understand these things. These things are the laws. When I say law, I'm talking about the Constitution, because the Constitution is the law. The government cannot make a law that is contradictory to what the Constitution provides.
Quite so.
Right? So we must understand all of these things here going forward. You know what I mean? These are the things what I feel will make us better citizens. You know? Because you understand your rights, you know, and you're able to live the life, you know what I mean, around that. You know, but if you don't understand them, then you're going to be all over the
problem,
place.
yes. Yeah.
See? Yeah, man, give thanks, Rasta.
Much appreciated. So the questions he's asking refer to another document. I'll try to get that for Wednesday. Hopefully I'm here again to address that. But it spoke about registration and the renewal for every 2 years. And we now go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices. We've got about 4 minutes to go.
The King, thank you for taking my call.
Respect.
Yeah, let me say to Mrs. Henry what I mean by melting the ice. I was referring to justice in America and Europe that is dished out to Africans, the brutality of the police force to Africans. Now, what I mean by melting the ice, the King, follow me on this. And Mrs. Henry, good afternoon to you. Those who are against nature, global warming, climate change, and all of that is causing the Arctic to melt. As the ice melts, Europe is sinking. When I say we, the Fahrenheit, we who observe the sun, without us, there is no them. Am I saying that I'm asking for them to go into extinction? No. But you see, it's the ignorance that they themselves don't even recognize that as they are destroying us, they are destroying themselves. And nature in itself is a testimony to their ignorance. Are you following me?
Of course.
They are causing climate change in global warming. The Arctic is melting. As the Arctic melts, Europe is sinking. Now, you might say, well, they are flooding in other parts of Africa. Yes. But let us look at the Arctic. Do you know the Arctic, the ice in the Arctic is a gateway to another realm, another dimension? Now, as Miss Henry said, story for another day. I am saying, the King, we are Fahrenheit, they are Celsius. It's a duality. It's always two. But their wickedness to us, if you have to go to the controversy as to who built the pyramids, picture them in that geographic space
Climate.
of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And they are there with all that kind of manual labor that was taking place then. Can you see them in that sun building the pyramids? The sun would have scorched them. When they come to our shores, the King, what do they do when they bask in our sun? They put on sunscreen. So I'm saying, in order for the black man in America and Europe to get justice, justice spells Justice, just ice. Until the ice melts, the black man would receive justice. Are you following me? Not a laughing matter, the King.
No. It's the way you broke it down. I had to laugh. It caught me off guard. I understand what you're saying. I'm not laughing at you.
Okay. So you
right?
see,
She
they would
asked
never,
the
and
question.
all of that I'm saying all of that to say that they would never educate us to overpower them. That's why they hid our story. I hope the people are listening, you know, because this is deep.
To be continued, because we got to go.
Also, I'm going to finish now because of time, the King, but just quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You are familiar with 666, neutron, proton, and electron, right?
That is correct.
It also said that it is the mark of the beast. We need to take neutron, proton, and electron and equate it to 999.
And we're out of
time. The
time.
mark of the beast is 666. It's the reptilian race.
And we're out of time. You're going to catch me on Wednesday. So I'm sorry about that, but we're out of time.
All right.
All right? But I thank our viewers, our listeners from around the globe, our neighbors in Antigua, Petra. How are you doing this afternoon? Gonna miss a lady, but we agree on we have to educate ourselves. That is quite true. That's what the young man tries to do. But we are out of time today, and we shall continue the debate, God's willing, on Wednesday morning. We wish you peace, love, and a much, much better tomorrow. Petra.